Well, we told you guys. Well, I shouldn't say we. I told you that they could to keep up with the scoring, and if they couldn't, they were going to lose the game. So the Dallas Cowboys today remain undefeated at home, and they have we're on a trend of losing, winning right now for the Dallas Cowboys. Take it away, Kendrick.
Yeah, man, after a while, listen, this is a pretty relaxing day for the Cowboys. A wild finishes around the NFL in the late games, but for the Cowboys, yeah, man, offense rules the day, and the defense held. I mean, listen, held Washington under 30 points. Jaden Daniels hurt again. This time it's the right knee. The right knee, not the left. I mean, boy, looking like Robert Griffin the third out there. All these injuries to his legs. But yeah, Cowboys offense. Listen, when you got two top 10 receivers, you know, one I believe is the best one in the game, and another one also a top 10 receiver can be a best receiver on any other team in the league. It's a beautiful thing. Dak Prescott playing at an MVP form, dropping dimes all over. Having Tom Brady gave him rave compliments. Call him a field general, controlling the show out there, doing his thing. He even got Ferguson earning his money, offensive line dominating. You know, hey, we finally got a running game this season. Javonte Williams doing his thing again. I mean, I thought he had 19 for $116. Must feel great to have a running game. Didn't see that last season, but Dak Prescott.
Well, isn't a balanced attack? Isn't a balanced attack what we asked for with this organization? We said we need a good running game. We need a good receiver. I mean, the Cowboys' offense is. I seen a post earlier that said that we might have the best wide receiver duo in Pickens and CeeDee Lamb right now. And it's possible, and it's true. It's true because the problem is if one of them are cooking, you're gonna have to double team one of them, and then you leave the other one open. So you pick your poison with that.
Listen,
if Jalen Tolbert can show up, and we can have a really big problem. Yeah,
I wouldn't hold my breath on that. The reason why he's on the team because he's Dak's best friend. Hey, sometimes it pays good kissing behind, and boy, he knows how to kiss it.
They call that great curve.
But Dak Prescott, 21 of 30, 264, 3 touchdowns on the night. He finished up with 130-point QBR rating. We talked about the tandem of George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb 5 for 110 off 8 targets. That was in the first half. That was in the first half. George Pickens 4 for 82. off 6 targets. CeeDee Lamb had a tutty. That's a combined 9 catches for a buck 92 between those two. Also, you say we had Ferguson. He had 7 catches for 29 yards, but he had 2 touchdowns. Cavante Turpin, the league's fastest man, 1 catch for 17 yards off 1 target.
You might have to drop that today.
What are you talking about? He's the world's fastest man. All he needs is space.
He's the fastest in the NFL. Remember, he's not the world's fastest man.
Put him on the track.
Don't glaze, as the kids say. Don't glaze him, as the kids say.
Hey man, let's put him on the track. Let's find out. Jalen Tobin, 1 catch for 16 yards. Jaden Blue also had a catch for 5 yards. But yeah, man, this offense is cooking. Today it was the number 1 offense in the league for a reason. It proved that 409 total yards again today. Also, like you said, a balanced attack. The rushing for $152, passing 250 on the day. Dak just showing what he can do out there. And listen, the word of the day is the defense didn't give up the chunk plays. It gave up a few, but it didn't give up the back-breaking plays. It didn't give up the back-breaking runs. We talked about it in the pregame show, how the Washington had the second best rushing attack in the NFL when they only gained 136. They weren't even the best rushing attack on the day. The Cowboys actually won the rushing game, so that's big right there. We talked about them controlling Jaden Daniels, scrambling on the night. Well, he didn't finish the game, got sacked, got injured, but he finished up with 12 of 22, $155. He did have a rushing touchdown, 35 yards rushing, but they controlled the legs of both quarterbacks. So Marcus Mariota also scrambling. He threw an interception for a touchdown to your boy, well, a guy who loves taking interceptions. Deron Bland, he had to run back for an interception. Really broke the game open. Overall, big win for the Cowboys as they look now to go to the Mile High City and face a 5-2 Broncos team with a big win. Big win they own. It'll be on Channel 11. Jim Nance and Tony
we got
Romo
our first Tony
Romo.
We have our first Tony Romo game?
Yeah, Jim Nance and Tony Romo will have the call next week for that game at 3:25.
Well, look at that.
Well,
Would you looky there?
Well, back to you.
Yeah, looky there. Now we don't. At least we don't have to worry about Tony Romo glazing. What's the name?
Well,
like he always does. Oh, Patrick Mahomes.
Well, you got
Patrick Mahomes.
Just wait about 4 or 5 more weeks. You're gonna get all the glaze you can get on that.
Oh yeah. I doubt he says anything good. I doubt he says anything good about Dak.
Well, he did take the man's job. He took his job. He took his job so bad. He took a job so bad, Jerry Jones couldn't even give it back to him. Boy, he tried to give it back to him. He couldn't get it back to him. Tony Romo had to put a pressing statement out there in front of the camera and say, "This is Dak Prescott's team now." I do not want to be a distraction.
I'm a man of integrity. I do not want to be a distraction.
We moving forward with Dak Prescott.
I'm a man of man. I'm a champion of champions.
why would the man not have hard feelings? Why would he have hard feelings?
Man, it wasn't his fault.
Well, overall, big time win for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, and the two-headed duo of CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens is a problem, and it's going to be a problem. Other teams going on down the season.
I agree. The two-headed duo of George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, just doing work right there, getting it done off that. But this is a bigger win because now the Cowboys have moved into second place. Division wins are the best wins. The Cowboys moving to second place.
Yeah, boy, it would have got interesting if the Giants would have pulled that game out today.
With the 3-3. The Giants are now 2-5.
Jason says, how can we get the defense on point this season? Well, you know what?
Well,
Defense didn't do too bad
well,
today.
let me just say, man, Jason, listen, if you
We
can have
appreciate that comment from you, Jason.
Jason, if
Like,
if
subscribe our broadcast.
if every team's three top receivers can be injured out for one game, and then they lose the starting quarterback, yeah, you too
Yeah,
can look good.
I don't like where you're going with that comment, Jason.
I'm just,
Jason's
I'm
looking for
just,
some real.
I'm just saying. I'm
He
just
just want to be
saying.
there.
If every team's top three receivers can be injured, and then they lose their quarterback in the middle of the game, you too can look good on defense. But hey, you take what you can get. But listen, it was a big win. We see CeeDee Lamb with a big catch right there. Because now you move in second place. The Commanders now 3-4. The Cowboys now 3-1, and the Eagles 5-2 with their win over the Vikings. In so place, but you're in second place. You're in second place. In the division with a chance. Hopefully the Giants can help you out next week in the early game because they do play the Eagles next week in the early game on Fox. But we see, watch this.
Here comes that big pit. I mean, that was a pass interference right there.
Let me tell you something. Marcus Lattimore,
Boy, I hope he packed the lunch today because, boy, was it a long day at the office for him.
Let me tell you something. Marcus Lattimore got used like some toilet paper, like some 2-ply toilet paper nobody wanted. I mean, they was picking on. I mean, listen. Marcus Lattimore used to be a great corner when he's with the Saints. Boy, I ain't never seen him get picked on like this in my life. He was picked on, man. Whether it was CeeDee Lamb or George Pickens, it didn't make no difference. They was picking on the poor man. It was so bad for him. The man put his hands up in the air and said, "What can I do?
What can I do?"
He looked over at Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn beats me over there. I don't know. What can you do? Beats me. I get it. Beats me. But anyway, hey, we're here. Listen, we're here every Sunday, Saturday, Wednesday, and mostly throughout the week with Maverick season, telling jokes and having fun. But anyway, as we see the highlights right here, there's Luke McCaffrey who got mollywopped himself out there.
Solid W by the boys, no doubt. Dallas got them 4 sacks. I predicted next week at Denver will be interesting, especially with the altitude. Should be fun. Well, Dante, I hate to break it to you. We haven't won since 1992 in Denver, so we're gonna be looking at a hot air there.
Dante, you ain't won since Jimmy Johnson was the head coach.
God dog it.
Jimmy Johnson was the head coach here.
How many coaches that we had?
You know how many coaches have been through here?
Dave Campo, Bill Parcells, Barry Switzer, Jason Garrett.
My
God.
Mike McCord.
What's been the coaching carousel here?
You know how many? Like I said, you know how many coaches have been through since 1992?
Stay tuned, Dante. Man. I might take Shotty to break the curse tomorrow.
Yeah, man, listen, man. It's gonna be a tough game.
Anybody do it, Shotty.
Cowboys, they don't play well up there. Denver always been a tough game for them, especially up there. It should be a good one, but don't count the Cowboys off, man. Listen, they got that offense. If they can score points, we know if they can get 30, they got a chance to beat anybody. But if they get under 30, we know it's gonna be a long night, a long afternoon. But speaking of long afternoon, the Commanders had themselves a long afternoon. I mean, boy, it was a beating. Commanders.
This part right here scared me right here. I want you to pay attention to this right here. We got a safety right here.
Yeah, this was a bad scheme up by Shotty. Anytime you have the backup tight end blocking their best interior defender, it's not going to work out right there. And then they gave the Commanders life. They gave the Commanders life 2-7. They ended up using that momentum to take the lead in this game. Yeah, bad scheme up, Shotty.
Uh-oh. We got to bring back the White House days if we want to start back with the Super Bowl.
Jason, you know what? Man? Listen. Jason, it wasn't nothing wrong with the White House, man. I mean, let me tell you something. It wasn't nothing wrong with the White House, man. It was just you had a lot of snitches going on out there, but you had some snitches out there talking about it. You know, like Leon Lett. I thought just snitching. everybody what was going on, the ins and outs was going on out there. That's why they had to close it down. But
how do you know this? Wait a minute. How do you know this information? How do you know this?
Listen, it's well known information. It's well known that the close.
Yeah, I guess it is out there.
It's well known information that the reason why the White House closed down is because a certain defensive tackle couldn't keep his mouth closed about it, and it got back to the league.
I'm gonna have to find that. I'm gonna have to find that clip of Kobe Bryant. he cheats on his wife. He cheats on his wife. Nobody says anything.
It got back to the league. It got back to the league. It was
oh no, man.
It was oranges.
Oh no, Leon Lent. Oh, Leon Lent.
It was oranges and drug paraphernalia getting slanged around there, and then the league went in and it got snatched up. It just got snatched up. So
come on, Leon Lent.
With your broke ass.
Leon, he cost the Cowboys a touchdown in the Super Bowl when he got it stripped away by Don BB. He also cost him the White House. But it is what it is.
Come on, Leon Lent. You can't be out here dropping dimes.
He
can't be out here dropping dimes.
Listen, Leon, the worst thing they did. Listen, Jason, the worst thing they did was let Leon let that White House, boy. He wouldn't have lost his mind and then lost his mouth because he couldn't believe what he was happening. He had to tell somebody. He couldn't believe what was going on there. But anyway,
back here, and I believe this is we almost stopped. We stopped him right here, but they ended up. I think is this the one where they gave it to Zach Ertz and he ended up scoring?
Yeah, Zach Ertz was wide. Yeah, Zach Ertz was wide open, man. Zach Ertz was wide open. I'm saying, man, somebody busted coverage. That it's like this never happened before to this Cowboys defense. A bust on cover. Look, Zach Ertz wide open.
Zach Ertz just wide open, and and right there when they scored, you thought that this thing was getting ready to get out of hand.
And the bad thing about it, they was playing the zone, and you still bust coverage on the zone. But yeah.
I want you to watch this next play because Deron Bland actually saved us here.
Deron Bland with a big time play.
Right here we go. Watch Deron Bland. He's gonna make a big play right here. Look at this right here.
Big time play. Watch this tackle right here.
Deron. It's not the last we're gonna see Deron Bland.
If he doesn't get that, if he doesn't get that, it's 10-7, and favor that. And then, but hey, the Cowboys do have an offense. Boy, they do have an offense.
All right, so we get back here. 7. We 8-7. Kendrick thought we all thought it was getting ready to go down here, but then watch this right here. Watch this right here.
Watch this. Wide receiver number 1.
All right, all right.
Boy, there he is.
Guys, watching right now. Kendrick is sworn in that George Pickens is CD number 1 is, and CeeDee Lamb is wide receiver 2. And now who those guys who had Des Bryant had Cole Beasley?
Des Bryant had Cole Beasley. Michael Irvin had Alvin Harper. I mean, Drew Pearson had Tony Hill. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, good grief. I don't know why you complaining. I mean, we saw Alvin Harper a lot of years just eating. Look at this pass. Look at this dime right here. Oh, well, you know, Alvin Harper dropped a lot of passes these days too. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. But there's a timeout. The Cowboys end up kicking the field goal. Man, this guy right here. We're gonna talk about this guy a little later. I mean, my goodness. He kicked another bomb out here. And extra point, I mean, end up 10-8, excuse me. Then the Commanders get the ball back.
Yeah, I mean, we do have we had the best kicker in the NFL too.
There's no doubt about that, Walter. Great observation.
Yeah, we do have the best.
I think the Cowboys will get a 3-and-out, but they'll get a punt from the Commanders on this drive.
Is Arbor the best Cowboys kicker of all time, or is no? He might be. What he's got the most 60-yard kicks in the history of the NFL. He got the most 60-yard.
Yes, Brandon Arbor's the best Cowboy. Yeah, that's not. Listen, there ain't been great Cowboy kickers here too. Right? Even during the Super Bowl days, those guys, listen, those guys wasn't called on to hit game winners because the Cowboys were so far ahead on most teams. They wasn't called on to kick game winning field goals. So no, yeah, you can say he's the best Cowboy kicker of all time. They ain't
I
saying
won't
much.
fight. I won't fight you on. I won't fight you on this one.
I know. Listen, I don't remember a Cowboy kicker being in the not just in the Hall of Fame, but I don't remember a Cowboy kicker in the Ring of Honor at any point. So that'll let you know about the kicker game.
Oh no, don't worry. He's there. And Jerry's gonna pay him too. He gonna get paid.
Well, he gonna get paid here. Somebody gonna pay him.
Oh, don't worry about it. Jerry's gonna pay him. And then look at this bomb downfield. Look at this right here. Made him cross. Yeah. Wide receiver 1. CD Lamb.
Oh, there he is right there. There he is backpedaling wide receiver number 2.
Yeah, no, right. You're right.
Yeah, man, thanks for hey, thanks for giving me that coverage. Look at that. He said, wide receiver said, no problem, man. That's what I'm here for. I gotta let you eat too.
Go on, man. Don't do that.
What?
It's starting to look bad for you. Starting to look bad for you when you do that kind of stuff. When you say that kind of stuff, it looks bad for you.
Listen,
now look at it. Look, he got open on that play.
I mean, his jersey number his jersey number he wanted was number 2. So I'm just putting him back where he want to be, number 2. I don't know what the problem is. As the Commanders again look like they kind of sputtered. They just don't have enough bullets in the gun here. Oh, we went backwards. Did we go back?
Yeah, that was my fault. That was my fault.
No, we're still going backwards.
I know that was me. That's me going backwards. Okay, so this was the.
Well, we don't have to talk about that guy right there. We know the reason why he's here. I don't see how the word you got jersey number 1 on, and you do number 3 receiver. Make that make sense. I don't understand that. I don't understand the audacity you put on number 1 and you the 3rd receiver. They basically brought George Pickens in here because they didn't think you was a good number 2. Which is true. so he should have kept back on 18. He was catching more passes. We had jersey number 18 on. He was the number 1. As the as Walt gets the highlights back, I'm ready. Remember tonight, Falcons and 49ers Sunday night football in San Francisco tonight. Also tomorrow night, double header. You have the big one, game of the week, Bucks Lions in Detroit, and then I think you have who is it? The Texans and the Seahawks in the late game.
They have a doubleheader. They got a doubleheader tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
What is up with the NFL getting these doubleheaders on Monday nights?
I don't know.
I think they're oversaturating football with that.
Yeah, I don't know, but I won't be watching that second game. I'll just look at who won. I'll watch the first one. The first game should be good. The first one should be good, but I'm not staying up to watch no damn Seattle and Houston.
Not a bad game.
Yeah, well, right for this season, it is a bad game. I mean, and Seahawks are doing some things, but no, listen, that state. Well, Seattle is one of the stadiums that actually depressed me. I hate the stadium, maybe because of some bad memories for Cowboy fans there. It just looked like a depressing.
They got the 12 minute. They got the 12 minute. All right, give me 1 second.
They stole that from my 4th ranked Aggies, Texas A&M Aggies.
Do y'all think Jerry will make a trade before the deadline for more pass? Yeah, because it don't look like Trayvon Diggs is gonna be here much sooner as he he caught a concussion at his house. He fell or something.
Caught a concussion. He fell in his house some kind of way. And fell so hard he caught a concussion. I don't know, how he failed, but they say he failed. So they say he fell in his house. I didn't know a guy. I mean, football players, especially guys who played wide receiver in college and played defensive back, they usually aren't clumsy. I mean, they usually aren't clumsy, but apparently he is. Maybe he need to clean his house. But anyway, as we get back to the highlights, listen, we talked about this last week. I don't think the Cowboys defensively are one player away. I think they are 2 to 3 players away. So they're going to have to make multiple
Yeah,
moves.
but let's just say you can. I mean, I don't think you can win a Super Bowl like that, but let's just say you can just outscore every one of your opponents. Let's just say. Let's just say. I mean, the next couple games you got up, can you outscore? I mean, how many points did Denver score today? Oh, well, they did score 30. And we scored what, 44?
Yeah, but but you don't want listen. We talked about this. You don't want to rely on getting a shootout because it's a coin flip. I mean, everything has to go perfect for you to win those type of games. Now you can win them.
It does.
But
It does.
When
I give you that.
When you know you can't rely on one side of the ball, that means that other side of the ball has to play exactly perfect football. And if you don't, and Tom Brady talked about that, it's easier scoring a lot of points at home than it is on the road because the crowd is quiet. When you're on the road, you got everything against you. The crowd's gonna be amped up, especially Denver. They're gonna be amped up. The crowd's gonna be going. You're not gonna be able to hear everything as you do at home, so it's gonna be more difficult. But you can. But listen. Do I think the Cowboys are not good enough to win a Super Bowl? Not as presently
constructed. No.
Constructed. No, they're not good enough to win the Super Bowl. You can't win a Super Bowl trying to outscore everybody because there's sooner or later you're gonna meet a team that's good defensively or offensively. And so like I said, they're not on that defense. They're not one player away. They're 1, 2, 3 players away. Don't be fooled by today. Listen, Washington came in severely hamstrung with their top 3 receivers all out, and then the starting quarterback basically getting hurt in this game, and he was done. So basically, then the Commanders were done. But they won't get that same satisfaction.
I get where you're going with that. But how many times have I told you we beat who they put in front of us? That's all I can tell you.
I know you beat who you put in front of us. The game is within the game, but this game is not going to be next week's game. You're going to be facing a team that's fully healthy with all their components, unless something happens during the week on offense. Denver can't score the ball, especially at home. I think they average like 29 points a game at home, so they put up points, especially at home. And we'll see. We'll see. But as for today, the Cowboys up 17-8. At this point, I think this is Jaden Daniels. He still has yet to beat the Cowboys as a starting quarterback. He started, but he's not finished games against the Dallas Cowboys on 2 occasions. I think a couple years ago and this one, but he has not completed a win against the Dallas Cowboys as a starting quarterback. So the streak still continues, unfortunately for Jaden Daniels. As he gets a nice dime right there. It was 17-10. Jaden Daniels. I think they struggle on this one.
I got to stop this real quick because we got Shoddy. We got Shoddy doing some speaking.
All right.
All right, so let's go to Shoddy.
I'm pretty sure he's in a better mood he was last week. He's trying to make those excuses with Eberflus.
I would imagine he is too, but we got 12 gauge Shoddy. So let's go to 12 gauge real quick.
What do you think the difference was today with your defense?
I mean, they played really hard like they always do. I thought we affected the quarterback the way that we had in New York. I think that's huge. It wasn't just the 4 sacks, it was the hits. I thought our run defense really was great. I mean, Mariota got us for a couple runs, but man, they were swarming the ball. We were sticky in coverage, and that was all great to see.
You had said all week, well, coming in this game, you liked the plan. And I don't know if you were talking more about defense and offense, but did you think playing more man-to-man got the guys a little more comfortable in what they needed to do?
Yeah, I mean, again, look, at the end of the day, this was a team we wanted to play man-to-man against. There was numbers and analytics that said that, that was the right way to play these guys, and each week is different, but I thought we played man-to-man very well today. but we got to improve our zone coverages as well. But just proud of the guys, man. The defense, they've taken a lot of bullets, and deservedly so in some regards. And I was just proud of them, man. They played really hard. They tackled well. We knew the turnover was going to happen. We tried to manifest that 2 weeks ago and didn't get it. And there goes Duran doing what Duran does. So.
Clarence Hill, DLLS Cowboys. This is not about Diggs, but when you announced that Diggs was going to be out, it seemed like that's a huge disappointment. Not that you weren't disappointed, but you were in a great mood, and to me that tells me you felt good about the plan regardless.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, no, yeah, you guys know me. I mean, I am who I am, and I don't change. Again, I'm disappointed for Trey. He wants to be out there playing with these guys, but. Again, I liked the plan on both sides of the ball. I thought we executed the plan on both sides of the ball. It was great to see guys step up and make plays. I mean, Triquez did a really, really good job for us. Again, just a couple guys got banged up. I mean, that just shows you the toughness of that group, man. K9 and Kenny Clark, and it was great to see Easy get his first sack, and Jadeveon. That was really cool. So, just really proud of the group. But it's one game. And it's just a championship opportunity that we seized, and we got another one coming up next week.
Speak to individual change.
Coach Schottenheimer happy after the win, 44.
Okay, Kendrick. You want to start with Shotty?
Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, listen.
So before you go real quick, so they did go man to man this time, right?
Well, I want to piggyback on it. It's easy to go man to man. I mean, it's easy to go man to man. Well, I'm gonna say it again. When the other team's top 3 receivers, you got an advantage because there's nobody out there that can beat any of your guys, or at least scare them. You should feel confident because their top 3 receivers are all out. So you should feel this is one game where the Cowboys should feel confident on the outside with their cover corners. Next week probably be a different thing. It was disappointing that the zone still wasn't good enough, but they if they're more comfortable going man to man, you have to adjust to what your players want. And Matty Fuchs needs to go more man to man. I know he's a zone defense coach, but you got to adjust to what your players best tendencies are. And they like man to man. You play more man to man. That's how you coach. You don't make the players adjust to you. You have to adjust to the players. But all in all, their best defensive performance as far as stopping the run and the pass today. People think the Jets, but they were poor against the run in the Jets game. They wasn't poor against it into this afternoon's game against the Commanders. So that was the good thing, but he kept it 100. Next week's a different animal. So you're gonna be catching the injuries you caught this week. So going up to Denver up to Mile High, that altitude, we'll see what happens. But as for today, good offensive performance, good balanced offensive performance. I'm pretty sure he's happy about that. He got the turnover. That's one thing. If you're not a good defense, you want to at least try to get turnover. That's one thing a defense can do is be turnover opportunistic. If you can get turnovers, that kind of change the outlook as far as how you need to play defense. And you don't have to get turnovers kind of saves you. And that's some ways that's what the Cowboys in past times when they didn't have good defense, that's what they lived off of. We saw that with Dan Quinn where they didn't have the defense, a great overall defense. They lived off turnovers. We saw that in the Romo days. They had defenses that wasn't that good, but they lived off turnovers. And maybe that's what this Cowboy defense have to do. They have to be opportunistic in the turnover battle if they want to have success on that side of the ball.
I'm going to put you on standby, but I told you my guy was going to talk after the game. I'm trying to find it, but we do have Jerry Jones doing some talking.
Oh, okay, that's good, man. That's good. We know he got on the plane so quick last week. Couldn't find him. First time Jerry was ever on the plane before the players was. But yeah, man, it's good. I'm glad Jerry's in a better mood. You don't ever want to see Jerry in a bad mood, but you don't ever see a guy sitting up there, front running. You're gonna catch him when the doves come, and when the doves don't come, you can't find them. got beat up. You got beat up in the good and the bad, Jerry. That's being a leader. It's like you say, you always is. That's being a good leader.
It's a possibility he may have just been very upset with what happened, which is why you couldn't find him last week. I mean, who wouldn't be upset at what happened last week?
Yeah, there's a lot of people upset about a lot of things. I mean, we see you facing every other thing. Want to see you facing in the L's too. It just is what it is.
Just calm it down. Get back to the highlights.
I'm just saying. That's Javonte Williams. Another big chunk runs. He took it out on the Commanders today. Didn't have a good game last week. For sure. There's CD Lamb with the little 7-yard catch. That's Dez Bryant. Excuse me. There's
Dak run. I saw Dak run earlier. I didn't know he ran earlier in the game. I missed that.
But Jerry don't want him doing too much of that. That was kind of rough right there.
Yeah, it do look like it hurt when he runs.
It's kind of rough. He got tackled around the head again. There's Dak Prescott. There's another knockdown right here. But that's okay. Brandon Aubrey's there. Watch this kick right here.
Oh, here we go. You talking about beautiful.
Right down the middle. Center. No problem.
Call him Mr. FedEx because he delivers on Sunday. What was that used to be? Down right down the center, call ATT.
Well,
ain't that a AT&T Stadium?
We know it ain't Karl Malone. It's just underage girls, but that's another story for another time. But anyway, let's get back to the game. Let's get back. It's 20-8 right here, and we thought that the Cowboys going to go run away and hide, but unfortunately, I think it was this drive right here. The Commanders did get a little life. No, they had to punt again.
They went the whole field. I think they went pretty much the whole field on this drive.
Yeah.
And they got a penalty, I think.
Did they have a penalty on this one? No, they had to punt again, but the Cowboys couldn't capitalize on it because the Commanders did score before the half, but the Cowboys did too.
How many touchdowns does the fastest man in the NFL have this season? Can we look that up?
I think he's got one. But he's so fast they put the coverage to him. So he's so damn fast, man.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself for what you were trying to do.
Just call. World class speed that man has.
But he can't get in the end zone. Okay. It's week 7.
Gave his neck for the game.
He's got. I got nothing.
The man gave his neck for the game. What are you doing?
I've got a lot of hot L's. Oh, I got a lot of hot L's, and I got one turbine touchdown.
That's Dak trying to force the ball to number 88. Now we're getting an interception. Can't have that. All right, there's here comes Daniels, big time. Oh, hey, Ron Blank got ran over. Here's Daniels again, using his legs. Oh, there was the what's it called? But here's a turnover. It was a free play. Cowboys call a break right here.
Here we go.
This could have been PI right here. It wasn't counted, but it could have been PI. There's Daniel Downs again using his legs. We talked about that on the pregame. His legs are his most important weapon. There's bad tackling right here. Bad tackling. Good grief. 3 guys had him. And there's Jaden Daniels right in for the score. It's 15-20, and I said we may have a shootout, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gladly to be wrong because the Cowboys then showed their offensive prowess. They lead the league in last minute half drives for touchdown.
You've been talking about this guy pretty much all day today. If we must, we do have what's the name? We have him here.
Who?
If you want to go to him and hear him,
let's
here's Dez Bryant doing some talking after the game.
Dez Bryant.
Yeah, he's at the game. He's all in the tunnel. He's hanging out. He's doing everything.
All right, Dez. He come to see his son, GP. He come to see his son, GP3. Go see his baby brother.
Okay, well, let's see. Let's check out Dez.
Is that Mark Farwell?
No, they didn't mark 5 out, man. That's Kyle Yomis. The hell?
A lot of fun with Cowboys homecoming today, and he's going to toss to CeeDee Lamb at George Pickens' desk. Take it away.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, shout out to George Pickens, CD, man. Shout out to OT, man. Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys for having me.
All right, there you go. Here's CD and George Pickens, right?
Let's go. CD, George, talk to him.
You probably get fired.
Nah, you should. The new one doesn't look like it's going to get fired. That one looks like it's lame.
We'll see.
How is this? I mean, how much fun are you guys having together?
Super fun, super fun. We talk about this every day. Just grateful for each other. We compete with each other every day, and I feel like the best part about it is that we want each other to win the most. So,
How do you feel being back out there?
it's exciting, man. I'm watching my dog go crazy for the last 4 weeks. I'm pretty sure he enjoyed it, but it's just taking the load off him a little bit. And making them play true, to the offense and to what we got going, and it's fun.
On that touchdown, it seems like George helped you score open. What was that play?
That's no surprise to me. He always helped me, you know what I'm saying? And that's why we brought him here. It's exciting. And he was the first person I saw after I caught it, and there was nowhere there, so I already knew what it was.
You talk about him going off. We saw, some of your big celebrations with some of his crazy catches the last few weeks, but does that not motivate you a little bit?
I mean, I'm a competitor. I'm going to always be motivated, but I love to see him do his thing, though. You know what I'm saying? That's why we brought him here, and I feel like he's having so much fun here.
How different was the experience today than it was prior to when you got hurt in the Bears game? Now that you guys are that much more in sync and you're that much more a part of this offense, do you guys feel a noticeable difference in upscale in that regard?
Yeah, I definitely say more explosive. With having him back and Hurt and a few other guys, it make the offense explosive. So kind of like how he said, you got to be true to the offense. And when you got all of us out there, you can't guard all of us.
George, your numbers weren't the same when he was out, but the impact was with the big catch before the half. How much did it feel like you were still having that impact even with him back?
Kind of like you said, me knowing that I can impact the game right before the half, we get points before the half, helping the defense. They come out in the halftime, we got to stop Jane Daniels. So I feel like I still affected the game in a positive way.
CD, some touchdowns are better than others, but when it's a long touchdown, you two are running side by side like that. What's that like on the field with your guys separated all the way down the field like that?
At that point, that turned into our touchdown. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, again, it's whoever brings the ball in. And I feel like with that, short, sweet, and simple, let's continue to do that and many more in the future.
Did you feel like your touchdown too?
Yeah, I'm super excited. His first game back from the injury, me, I'm just super excited, and I'm glad we got the dub.
George, bring us through the celebration. Was it smooth? Were you happy with it?
Super smooth. Super smooth.
How excited do y'all get when Jake has a big game like that?
Man, it's really just everybody, all pieces to this offense. And Ferg, we know he's going to do his thing. He's going to get it by any means, and we love that about him. He's gritty, he's a hard worker, and he deserves it.
Where does this one go?
This one the best one I've been on, and I've been on some great ones. It's just the way that we can move around these pieces and these players, and everybody know everywhere to go. We can line up faster than any. It's tough. It's tough.
Last 4 games, Dak, 13 touchdowns, no turnovers, over 1,000 passing yards.
That's Fodak,
20
man.
passer rating.
That's Dak, man.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Nah, I haven't, and I'm sure he's going to continue to do that. And again, it's only week 7. We still got plenty more to go, so much more work to do, and we got to get better as an offense. Obviously, I feel like there's some meat on the bone that we left out there, and I feel like we can get better.
Just knowing Dak as you do.
You can hear the rest of.
Well, Kendrick, what do you have to say about that? The best wide receiver duo interviewing together, and LeVar says, "CD, don't be a menace." Okay.
Listen, man. Listen, listen, man. It's great to have CD back. It's great to see George Pickens so giving and so sharing. To let CD shine, get it shine. Even with the interview, you say, you know what, go ahead, man. It's good to have you back. Let him feel welcome. Even with the interview, was just so humble of GP3. I love that about that guy. But listen, man, listen. We talked about this during the preseason. Could this be one of the most explosive wide receiver duos. We didn't know because you got to see it on the field. But you got two X receivers out there. You got two X receivers out there. And what you're seeing, what they talked about, I think Tom Brady talked about this. What happened was it was maybe a blessing in disguise because when CD was out, what they found out is that George Pickens can play can play all the routes. He can go all through the route tree. So he's not just an X receiver or receiver that got a line up on the outside and just throw him deep. No, he can go in the slot. He can motion. He can play slot left or slot right. He can play the Y. He can play the X. He can play the Z. And so you got two receivers that can do everything in the route tree. Like CD said, that's difficult to cover because then now you can't lock your defense on a particular player where we know he's going to run this, we know this other guy. No, you got both of them. So on either side, when you got two guys that can do basically the same thing, that's leaving open. That's going to open up the offense for everything, and that's why you see the success Dak Prescott had because he's got two elite receivers that basically can run everything. That's when you see Jason Ferguson now have 5 TD catches because basically he's going to get one-on-one coverage all game. And then hopefully you can see other receivers start to eat and get big plays maybe once or twice a game. And that's where you see like the running game starting to have success because now you can't jump and play 7-8 man in the box anymore. You gotta play straight up like CD and George Pickens will say, you gotta play honest. Because if you don't, you can either die fast or die slow. Either you play up and you die fast with the passing game, or you play back and you die slow with the running game. That's what you got to have. That's when the Cowboys, not to say this is, but that's why the Cowboys of the 90s was so great. They had balance all over the field. They had an elite receiving core with Irvin, Novacek, and Alvin Harper. And then with Troy McThorne, and then also you had the offensive line and Emmitt Smith. It didn't matter what defenses. You couldn't play heavy on anything. You had to play honest on everything. And that leaves when your guy's better than the other guy, you see what happened today. Even a guy like and he was a good cornerback in his day, Marcus Lattimore, but he looked like a number 4 receiver out there because he was getting burnt on by either GP or when they put him on CD, he was getting burnt. They just cooked him. Just call that boy toasted because he was getting cooked all day long.
Well, I have something for you, a rare treat. That is something you've been waiting on and been looking forward to here. I know I definitely been looking forward to hearing it today.
Okay, I'm glad you're being honest about that.
Yeah. You know what time it is.
Me.
Yeah, you know what time it is. Time for the Jerry Jones show. Jerry Jones done some speaking. We got him.
Too bad.
We got Jerry.
Too bad he got canceled last week, but I'm glad he's back.
Yeah, he's Jerry, baby. Look at that crowd. They're going crazy for Jerry over there.
I think that's more
Jerry. Exciting room in there, and they should be excited. Obviously, every Cowboy fan should be excited how that defense played. And they really did some impressive things out there. Credit goes to head coach, who spent a lot of time on that side of the ball this week, along with Flus and making adjustment. Certainly gives us a lot of hope as we look to the future as to how this defense can play as we evolve. It looks like we came out pretty clean on injury. And, of course, I cannot say enough about Dak Prescott and his play throughout the game. It really was the confidence throughout the game that he demonstrated that make you think we were there all the time. So, big win.
Jerry, what can you say about the offense? What is the ceiling for this offense?
Well, it gives Turp a lot of openness, doesn't it, when those two guys are out there? I'm kidding. But obviously the fact that George has been able to really establish himself in Lamb's absence, both with confidence, himself, his teammates, coaches. Now that gives I don't want to take anything away from Washington and how they can disrupt, but I thought that was one of our best offensive outings out here in several years.
Well, what do you have to say to that? Oh wait, there's more, Jerry. I'm sorry, there's more, Jerry.
Wide receiver duo.
Well, we've had, I don't want to take anything away. I saw Dez going down through there. Don't want to take anything away from those guys. Don't have to, all of them. But I will tell you, Lamb's ability to really make the difference on an offense. Now, Pickens is got that ability as well. That along with our running game, really, I feel as good about that offense as I have in a long time around here, and I say that to all our fans. What I am excited about is that we did make and have made adjustments. We'll continue to make adjustments. We do have personnel coming that will be coming, and being a part of that defensive personnel, we got a chance to evolve into the kind of team that our fans deserve.
Jerry, you said you would go into a foxhole with Matt Eberflus earlier this week. What did you see from him this week as he adjusted, and why did you want to go into a foxhole?
Well, I will tell you that first of all, he before this, he's the kind of guy you want to be in. He exudes confidence. He exudes confidence to the players, and I was proud of the way he, as well as Brian, worked together to come up with that game plan. Obviously, we have a lot of respect for Washington and what they're capable of doing, and so I think you saw maybe a little bit of an example of how to get your nose bloodied one week. That was a disappointing loss last week, and come out here and learn from it. And I think our bunch did.
Did you just see your team?
Hey, we got it.
Cut it. Cut it.
Yeah, you learn how to get your nose blooded one week, and you come back out here and
cut it now. Cut that mess off now. Listen, Grandpa. Just keep Grandpa off the microphone. I mean, he's giving lifetime achievement award to Matt Eberflus. Let me listen. This is same like the week before against the Jets game, where Jerry just do his Jerryisms and look like he don't have a clue what's actually going on in the field. Jerry Jones, they haven't turned the corner. They ain't gonna turn it. They are who
that Jerry says we turn.
No. They are who they are. Jerry, listen,
it's not like you keep saying, "Where's this corner that you keep talking about?"
Yeah. Jerry Jones. See, Jerry Jones in petty mode. He wants to be so right about Michael Parsons' situation that he's sitting up here lying to himself and lying to everybody else. Yeah. On this show, I don't care. I don't work for Jerry Jones. I call him a flat out liar. right here. I don't work. I don't work for Jerry. So I call him a flat out liar. And he's been lying. He's been lying.
Man, celebrate a birthday this week, and you gonna call him a liar?
He's been lying his whole season. He's been lying his whole season. Listen, that defense is not good. There's no reinforcements coming. I mean, who? I mean, it's the same. It's gonna be the same defense. This is the same defense. To my nose bloody. It's been getting his nose bloody all season long.
Yeah, they got the nose bloody and they bounced back.
It wasn't just last week they got the nose bloody. They got the nose bloody against the Bears. They got the nose bloody against the Giants. They got the nose bloody against the Eagles. I mean, they've been getting their nose bloody all year long. Listen, you play what's on your schedule. But I'm going to say it again. I hope Jerry's listening to me while he's in La La Land once again trying to lie to everybody and a lot of fan base and lie to the media as they have to go up there and accept those nonsense comments.
Hey, what did Herm Edwards tell you? What did Herm Edwards say? We play to win the game.
And where's his behind on at? On Sports Center talking about
he was just on TV.
On Sports Center talking about the game. He ain't coaching him. No, he was bad. But anyway, getting back. get back to what I was saying. They played a football team, and like I say, you play the teams you on there, but they played a football team.
We played to win the game.
No, they played a football team
to win the game.
They play. Well, quit cut me off because you know I'm right. They played a football team that missed its top 3 wide receivers. They played a football team that went but basically half
and
the
what
game.
did I say in the pregame show?
We're
gonna kick them while they down.
You know when I know I'm right when Walt can't let me finish my point. He got the,
I did.
He got the no, you didn't.
All I
you got
said
the
was,
cut. No, you see, you won't let me finish my point because you know
you
Jerry is making much
show.
nonsense as he always said. Anyway, moving on from that. They played a team that lost their quarterback midway through the game. Now those things happen, but let's not sit up here and try to move the goalposts. Nevertheless, like this defense is all of a sudden figured it out. No, until they give me multiple weeks that they can play at a high level or at least a reasonable, decent level, you don't believe a doggone word what Jerry Jones is sitting up there trying to spill out there. Unless it's some trades coming, you don't believe a doggone word what he's saying. That's still the same defense. They just called a break in the schedule. We'll see next week how good that defense is because as far as I'm seeing, the Broncos have no injuries on their defensive side. Now, hopefully the Cowboys can sit up there and play another good.
Sounds like the Cowboys are not making your power rankings list this week.
Another good. Now they may make it, but I'm not making it because of the nonsense Jerry Jones is talking about. Now they hopefully they do come out with another good game plan or whatever he's talking about. Evil Fruits he's talking about is doing in the foxhole and stuff like that next week. But my money's betting on they don't. My money's betting on they faced a team that was basically had one bullet in the gun with a 6-round chamber. And they had one shot, and they lost that bullet, and that was Jaden Daniels. Remember, this game was 20-15, and then the offense, not the defense, the offense broke it open with that late game drive. But we'll let Jerry and his nonsense try to move the goalposts. We'll let him. I'm glad he's on camera this week to sit up there and spew that lies to the Cowboy faithful to get them to believe. But like I said, the offense is big time offense. He's right on that. So far, this is as dynamic an offense as you've seen the Cowboys had in a while, probably since that, I would say since 2016, rookie Dak rookie Dak year. That year, and maybe the 2013 or 2014 Cowboys and one that lost in the playoff game to the Packers when they run up all sort of offensive numbers, and also the 90s Cowboys. But the Cowboys historically always had elite offenses in the history of the organization. They've always been an offensive team. That's why they've always been the show. Because they've been offenses. This is just when they've been good defenses when they've been Super Bowl ready. That's the problem with the Cowboys face. They always had good offenses, but 5 times out of 10, not good defense. When they've had that balance, they've been Super Bowl rather than they've won Super Bowls. We'll see.
Well, we got QB1
out this year.
We got QB1 talking.
Well, I ain't trying to hear that BS Jerry sitting up there spiel. He can miss me with that defense stuff. Please, let's hear from Dak.
Wow.
That diarrhea of the mouth.
Wow. Here's QB1.
Oh, nothing. A little Brit special to take some swelling down. I usually throw my left hand to cover the ball when getting hit, and usually takes a lot of helmets. So I'm sure it's just a face mask. Nothing unusual, honestly.
Oh God, his hand is wrapped.
To get CD back and you got a run game going. This how good was it to see? This is what we do offensively.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. It was explosive. It was fun. I mean, you saw the big plays. Saw some drives we put together. yeah, our standard and expectations for ourselves is very high. And so we understand when we've got guys, the playmakers that we have, the offensive line, the love that we have for one another. And you see it in just the way the guys finish plays, guys covered the ball. And defense played very well tonight. When you do that, I think more of our games are going to look like this.
Clarence Hill, DLLS Cowboys. How hard is it to stay patient? I want to throw it to CD. I want to throw it to Pitt.
Yeah, it's not hard, honestly. I'm a very present guy, and I take pride in doing that, and it's something that I practice. And I say that is just by like trying to play it play by play, each and every play, and going through my reads. I know we talked about it earlier in the week when you're saying, y'all are asking, how do you not force it to those guys? And I said, that's on the coaches, right? And we've got multiple playmakers. Those are two dudes, and the other guys are as well. So that's my point is like wherever the ball goes, I'm confident when it leaves my hand that it's going to be called and the play is going to be made after that if that guy has a chance. Now when those two guys get it, it can be very explosive. So I just want to stay on the field. Something else I've mentioned before. I just want to stay on the field. So that's the other part that allows me to stay patient is I'm not trying to put the ball in harm's way and throw an interception and we're sitting on the sideline. Like I just want to be on the field playing this game.
Just talk about the TD to CD. Shotty called it a mailbox story. Wasn't the right route or whatever else.
For sure.
What happened there?
Yeah, it wasn't the route that we were expecting. It's built for him to kind of run a deep cross right there. So, go through read one, George, and then I see the big window in a sense of, I say a solid window of where if he would have ran that route, he probably would have had a good play, not a touchdown. And so then I kind of like just looked to find CD, and he's got his hands up saying like, I'm here. And so at that point I saw the safety or the corner to the right. They were in there tricky too. And I just put about everything I had on it on a line, understanding that I couldn't just lob it up, that both guys would be able to make a play and just try to give him a chance. He did a good job taking, 2 steps back, I think, catching the ball, and then walked into the end zone. So once again, a play that's not made unless you have confidence in the guy that you're throwing to, and then the guy you're throwing to is smart, understands the defense, understands the look, and understood he could take that opportunity, and we're able to capitalize on it.
Dak Todd Archer with ESPN. Are you more proud of the 13 touchdowns in the last 4 games or the ball security?
I'm not sure. I think they go hand in hand, to be honest with you. I think when you're taking care of the ball, you got more opportunities to score touchdowns, and that's just leading to that. So not counting the touchdowns, so probably the interceptions being truthfully. Yeah, I couldn't even have told you that's how many it was, but I could tell you that I hadn't thrown an interception. So just trying to be smart with it, but not hesitant or scared or cautious at the same time, right? Taking my chances. I've got tons of confidence in what I can do, where I can put it, and obviously the guys that I'm throwing it to. So that's just a result of that.
Dak Prescott.
Well, was there any load of crap with that one?
Yeah, man, kind of interesting with his hand. It's his left hand,
okay.
so
all right. So I'm a little concerned here.
Oh, he said it ain't nothing, but you even though it's not his throwing hand, you do have to use both your hands to when you take his snaps, whether it's under center or doing a shotgun, you have to catch both of them. And so we'll see about that. Hope it's nothing. And it's nothing. He'll be able to bounce back and get some treatment over it. But yeah, man, Dak's playing at a very high level, seeing the field. Once again, no turnovers, playing clean football, high level football. That's all you can ask. I mean, the guy is the highest paid player in the league. So that's that's, you can't ask me any more or less to that. He's earning his money. He even got a congrats from Jerry. I ain't heard that. I ain't heard that kind of congrats from him in probably about 10 years from that. But listen, Dak's doing this thing. He looks like a guy who's kind of figured out the chemistry between him and Shotty. You can see it way different than what it was with him.
What a combination.
Way better than what it was him with the other guy, Mike McCarthy, who had that dentist sheet, looking at it back and forth, not knowing what to call. But you can see the chemistry between him and Shotty, and that could do nothing but help the Cowboys for that. When anytime you got an offensive play call at your head coach and the quarterback, it seems like he's figured everything out. The game's going slower. That's a big combination. All it is now, the other side of football, like I said, regardless what the old man in the back says, aka Jared's young grandpa says, needs to figure it out. One game don't fix no show. It wasn't a bloody nose. It was a broken nose.
Well, he
It's a
said
broken
he
jaw.
said last week it was a bloody nose.
It wasn't a bloody nose. It was a broken nose and a broken jaw, and a fat lip, and a broken eye socket. So they been and some body blows that broke some ribs because they was hitting them boys. But anyway, but good on Dak Prescott. He's in my ranking. He's top 3 in the MVP category as far as I'm concerned. He's up there, doing his thing, and Cowboy fans should be proud of that.
Let's get some numbers out of the way here, Kendrick. Let's do some stats and facts before we get out of here.
All right, let's get to the stats and facts.
Well, the Cowboy Show got them interviews pushed out early tonight. We had to wait because I guess when you win, only we had to wait around and.
Yeah, what my dad Brian? He let him stay standing around the outskirts like a fan. The man practically opened up the building. Jared still got issues with him, I guess. But anyway, let's get to these stats and facts. Brought to you by me, myself, and I. Let's get to the team stats. He's just standing out there with the fans. Congratulations.
I can't stand the rain.
It's
my window.
Jared, let the man in the locker room. The man all time lead receiving touchdowns, man. Let the man in the locker room. All right. Boy, that man holds a grudge, boy. That man holds a grudge, man. All right, Cowboys had 21 first downs to the Commanders 18. Third down efficiency, the Cowboys were 50%. That was 6 out of 12. The Commanders were pretty good. That was 7 out of 16. Fourth downs, Cowboys didn't attempt the fourth down. The Commanders did. They were 0 for 2. Total plays, Commanders ran 64 total plays to the Cowboys 62. Total yardage, Cowboys once again up in the 400s range. I think this is the 5th time they've been over 400 yards. Total, they had 409 this afternoon. To the Commanders 341. Total drives, Commanders had 13 drives to the Cowboys 12. Yards per play, the Cowboys were 6.6 yards per play to the Commanders 5.3. Passing yardage, 257 for the Cowboys to 205 for the Commanders. Yards per pass, Cowboys averaged 8.3 yards per pass to the Commanders 5.7. As we know, the Commanders, there was one turnover, that interception returned for a touchdown. Cowboys played clean football. Sacks, Cowboys had 4 sacks for 4 sacks in this game on the Commanders. The Commanders just got 1 sack. Rushing yards, 152 for the Cowboys. This was big because Commanders came in second in the league overall in rushing. They finished at 136. They've been averaging about $180 for second. But so the Cowboys held them under their average. Yards per rush. Both teams averaged around about 5 yards per rush, 4.9 for both. Red zone, the Commanders were 3 out of 3 from the red zone. The Cowboys were 3 out of 4. Penalties, Commanders had 11 for 118. Wow, that's not going to do it. And the Cowboys had 10 for 79. Turnovers, like I said, the Cowboys played clean football. The Commanders had 2 turnovers in this game. They had a fumble and an interception. Time of possession, Cowboys won the day on that. 31 minutes and 21 seconds to the Commanders 28 minutes and 39 seconds. Let's get to the box score, if you will. For the Dallas Cowboys, as we said, rain, Dakota Prescott, 21 of 30 for 264. 3 tutties, no interceptions, clean football. He got sacked once. He had an 88. He had a 130.4 rating. He also had an 88 QBR in this game. Javonte Williams, he had 19 carries for $116. Bouncing back from last week's debacle. He averaged 6.1 yards a carry. He had 1 touchdown, including a long of 33 yards. Jaden Blue, a little bit more work for him this week. He had 7 carries for 29 yards, 4.1 yards a carry. And Dak Prescott He had 5 carries for 7 yards in this game. CeeDee Lamb, 5 for 110, for a touchdown off 8 targets, including that long touchdown for 74 yards. George Pickens had 4 for 82, 20.5 yards a catch, including a long of 44 off 6 targets. Jake Ferguson, another touchdown. Actually had 2 touchdowns. That's 5 in 4 games. He had 7 receptions for 29 yards. Also those 2 touchdowns. I think he leads tight ends in touchdowns this season off 7 targets. Kavontae Turpin, the fastest man, world track speed. He had 1 catch for 17 yards in this game off 1 target. World class speed. Olympic
got 1
speed.
touchdown from all that world class speed.
I mean that's how fast he is. Olympic speed. All right, so fast he can't. He's so fast he can't. Too fast to catch touchdown. Jalen Tolbert.
That sounds like when somebody said Silk the Shocker was such a good rapper that the beat couldn't keep up with him. That's what that sounds like.
That's so funny because it's true. If you don't know what we talk, we're a couple old heads. If you youngsters don't know what we talking about.
Everybody knows who Silk the Shocker is.
Silk the Shocker. Just put it on YouTube and you'll find out exactly what we're talking about.
Never rap on beat, but they used to say the beat just keep up with him.
Jaden Blue had 1 catch for 5 yards. Hunter Limpke also had a catch for 3 yards. Javonte Williams had a catch for 2 yards. For the Cowboys defense, Kenneth Murray Jr. had 9 total tackles, 6 solo. He also had a sack and 2 tackles for loss. Shamar James, 9 total tackles, 4 solo. He also had a sack himself and a tackle for loss in this game. He also had 2 quarterback hits. Deron Bland, my defensive player of the game. I'm going to put in my DFW player of the game today, Deron Bland. 7 total tackles, 5 solo. He also had a pass defense and an interception for a touchdown. Deron Bland, my DFW player of the game. Marquise Bell, 6 total tackles, 4 solo in this game. Javion Clowney, he had a sack today. Also had a tackle for loss and 2 pass defense. He had 5 total tackles and 1 solo in this game. Teresi Bridges, 4 total tackles, 4 solo in this game. Donovan Ezekielu, 4 total tackles, 3 solo, 1 sack in this game, also 2 tackles for loss. Khalil Elam, 4 total tackles, 2 solo, 1 pass defense. Malik Davis also had 3 total tackles and 2 solo in this game. And Dante Fowler Jr., he had 1 total tackle, 1 solo, and a tackle for loss. Anybody else was in the sack column today? No, they were not in the sack column today. All right, let's go to the Washington. Excuse me.
The losers of the
let me not disrespect this man. Brandon Aubrey, 3 for 3 on his field goals, including a 61.
What are you doing?
Including a 61-yarder. He now leads the league in.
What kind of broadcast you doing right now? You don't want to talk about the best player on the Cowboys.
Yeah, there's no lies told there. Including leads the league in 60+ field goals made today. And also Brian Anger, 3 punts for a total of 28 yards, 43 yards average on punts, including 2 inside the 20 and a long of 49 yards. Let's get to the Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels, 12 for 22, a $156, 7.1 yards a throw, had 1 touchdown. He was sacked twice. Had a QBR rating of 92.2 and had a QBR of 45.8. He was injured in the game, did not finish the game because Marcus Mariota finished it. He was 4 out of 10 for 63 yards, 6.3 yards a throw, including that interception he threw for a touchdown that broke the game open. He had a QBR of 7.4 and a rating of 22.1. For rushes, Jaden Daniels, 8 carries for 35 yards in this game, including a touchdown. He was the leading rusher. Marcus Mariota had 2 catches for 34 yards. 2 carries for 34, sorry. Ja'Cory Crosby Merrick, we talked about this guy. We thought he was going to go off. I thought he was going to go off, especially 11 personnel. Cowboys helped him up. 13 carries for 33 yards in this game, 2.5 yards a carry. Jeremy McNichols, 2 carries for 22 yards, and Chris Rodriguez Jr. He's a fat running back, 3 carries for 12 yards in this game. He also had a touchdown. Jalen Lane, 3 receptions for 60 yards in this game, including off 6 targets. Chris Moore, 2 catches for 59 yards off 5 targets. Zach Ertz, we talked about him, 3 catches for 37 yards and a touchdown off 2nd targets. Robbie Chosen, 4 catches for 36 yards off 4 targets. Jeremy Nichols, 2 catches for 23 yards off 3 targets. John Bates, 1 catch for 5 yards off 2 targets. Luke McCaffrey, no catches in this game off 2, but he had 2 targets. And Ja'Cory Crosby Merritt, he also had 1 catch for negative -1 yards off 2 targets. As for defense, we'll mention their high defensive players today. Bobby Wagner, the ageless wonder. He looked old today. 8 total tackles, 3 solo in this game. He looked like he just about there. Quan Martin, 7 total tackles, 3 solo in this game. Frankie LeVou, 6 total tackles, 3 solo. Also had 2 tackles for loss. And Desmond Deron Payne, 5 total tackles, 1 solo, 1 tackle for loss. He also had 3 pass deflections and a quarterback hit in this game. And Marcin Lattimore, he got toasted all day, but when he wasn't getting toasted, he had 4 total tackles, 3 solo, and 1 pass defense in the game. And Walt, that's your stats and facts of this 44-22 game win by the Cowboys. They go now to 500. They're 3-1. The Commanders go to 3-4. Next up for the Cowboys in Week 8, a trip to the Mile High City to play the Denver Broncos. That'll be a 3:25 kickoff locally on Channel 11. Jim Nantz, Tony Romo will have the call. Cowboys Broncos next week. Walt, back to you.
Well, yes, we will have Jim Nantz and Tony Romo on the call. As we also got something big to talk to you about too that's coming up for me and Kendrick. This won't be the last time you see us this week, because Wednesday night is the debut. Atlanta, San Francisco just threw an interception, but it's gonna be the debut of Cooper Flag and Cooper Swag, as we like to call them, taking on the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of debuts on that, because that will be the debut of Inside the NBA with Chuck and the boys on ESPN. On that night. That'll be the second night. That'll be the second game of a doubleheader. On that, that'll be preceded by Knicks and Cavs, and then at 8:30, around 8:45 tipish, we will have Mavs and Spurs. That game can be seen on ESPN and KFA. If you don't want to see the national coverage, KFA, when you see Mark Falwell and Derek Harper, you get two shots to watch it. On either one, Mavs, Spurs. To see the debut of Cooper Flag versus Wembanyama out there. Mavs, Spurs, third year in a row they play each other on opening night. Should be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited for basketball season. I really am. The Mavericks have me pumped up to see what we got going on. So I'm excited for Wednesday night. Very excited.
Yeah. No, so join us next week. We'll be pulling a doubleheader.
Oh my God! Next Sunday is a doubleheader, guy.
Cowboys, Broncos, and then Mavericks, Raptors,
I believe.
Mavericks, Raptors. So we'll be doing a double duty. So join us then. We'll be once again double duty. Unfortunately, I don't know why they love to put the Mavericks on Sundays all of a sudden. But for some reason.
I want to warn you, because after a couple weeks of that, we got to double duty again on Monday Night Football.
Oh Jesus!
We're gonna be playing the Cowboys. Gonna be playing Cowboys. Gonna be playing the Cardinals, and the Mavericks gonna be playing the T-Wolves. We're gonna see Ant-Man.
Yeah, I'm saying that Ant-Man. Yeah, look for us there. So on the verse, 2 doubleheaders on next Sunday and the Monday following that. So we'll be pulling double duty. All right.
Yep. All right, man. Well, I think we fulfilled all our obligations here, man. And I'm just excited for Wednesday. That's all I am. Excited for Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Good
So
to
we'll
see
be
you.
back on Wednesday night. Shout out to Jerry Jones, who Kendrick thinks is off his rocker, but he's not. He's accurate. The question will be
he actually
on
wrong.
Tuesday morning on the lookout for Kendrick's power rankings. The question is
Yeah.
going to be: will the Dallas Cowboys make the power rankings? It was the first time this
Will they
season.
make the power
Will
rankings?
they make the power rankings?
It's been since October. It's been since October 6th of last year.
The fact that you know that right off the jump already lets me know that this ain't going to end well. The fact that you know that.
I know one thing.
Number 10
number one won't change. Number one won't change. All you haters out there talking about the coach, it won't change. You'll get ready to hate some more because number one won't change this week. The coach will stay. That's a guarantee. The coach will stay at 1 unless the Bucks end up blowing out the Lions by 50. That's the only way I see it.
All right, man. We'll be back on Wednesday night. But until then, keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the stars. Always do what's best for business. If we don't see you around, then we'll see you around live this Wednesday night when the Mavericks debut against the San Antonio Spurs.
I wish you guys nothing but best. The ceiling is the roof.
Hey, Cowboys, Mavs, Rangers, Stars, and Wings fans. It's me, Kendrick, here. I know the season may not or may be going exactly how you want it or not. But hey, like and subscribe to all those bFb, BFW content. You see me? I mean, forget about the other guys, because I'm the real star here. But hey, if you want to see Walt, Shams, and Vosh, that's okay. It's okay. But remember, it's all about me. So still, like and subscribe for, me and the other guy. Okay.